Easy.
No, really. We're good, we're good.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's go, guys. Let's go.
All right, hello everyone. I am Bounceyboy, and this is Super Mario Sunshine for the Nintendo GameCube.
What happened?
So, unfortunately, in terms of hype, this game starts off with a nice little 6.5-minute intro. So, I guess in that time I'll explain some of the stuff with, I guess, basic speedrunning stuff, not only pertaining to this game. First of all, I'm running the any % category, which means just beat the game as quickly as possible, with no restrictions in terms of glitches and all sorts of stuff. So you'll see a few really cool glitches and a lot of really good movement to make this run fast. And yeah, I guess we could do a roll call for the couch.
I am Pangea Panga.
Master Mario.
I am Sniper King 19.
Cross over to that shore and find some assistance.
Yeah. All right, so we did the airstrip, everyone. So yeah, in this game, to beat the game, there are a few levels that we have to beat. Because in this game we're chasing Shadow Mario, who's the guy who's posing as Mario, we need to beat each of those levels before we can unlock Corona Mountain and beat the game. So what that means is we have to go to each of the 7 worlds and beat Episode 7. Because of that, every time we find a way to skip a level, it immediately aids the speedrun. So you'll see, we're going to skip Bianco 1, we're going to skip 5 levels in Gelato Beach, and then we're also going to skip Pinna 5. And we'll explain those when we get to them.
You can then use the control stick to aim in any direction. Press the X button to switch to the hover
We play in the Japanese version
You
because
can
of
then
faster
press the
text,
R button
faster
to
loading time
hover
from
in
the
the
plasma.
air for a
So
short
that's why the
time.
text is in Japanese.
Yeah, and also the Japanese version was released first, and it has a lot of like weird inflection during the cutscene. And you guys will see that when we get there. They say like Shrine Sprite instead of Shine Sprite. And they fixed that when they released to English-speaking countries, which is kind of funny.
10 out of 10 voice acting.
Yeah, man. Okay, we're gonna save this guy. We did it.
It's good RNG.
Yeah, man.
Good karma.
Yeah, dude, it's the karma. But yeah, speaking of RNG, this game has quite a bit of it. But recently, we found a new setup found by Zolpiku Kirby for the Pinna 5 skip. And that will save a lot of time and also prevent RNG from being a factor during that skip. So it recently became a much more fun speedrun, in my opinion, because of that.
Yeah, taking out that RNG is huge.
Yeah.
I am Flood, glad to meet you.
And yeah, so we have a nice little 3-minute cutscene here. Gotta get some exposition before we start the run. Or, yeah, dude.
All right, we got a $70 donation from Lynick. Here we go again. Have fun, everyone.
As you are no doubt aware, someone has been senselessly defacing Fair Delfino Isle using some pink.
We also got a $250 donation from Zettabyte. Thank you. First time donating. Hope to be able to watch as much as possible. Good luck, runners.
Indeed. How can you not be aware of what is going on? So it is daytime in Delfino
$50 from
Plaza.
Retrack.
Our poor
Good luck
residents
to
tremble
the
beneath
runner.
veil of darkness.
We also got a $127 donation from Weston. It's Christmas in July. Looking forward to this week ahead from the son of a retired doctor and a sailor in the U.S. Navy. Thank you guys for everything you do. Also, yes, my last name really is Aerosmith.
This horrible graffiti is to blame. Behold the sketch of the perpetrator.
Thank you, Iniquity,
based
for your
on
$30
eyewitness
donation. First time getting to donate to GDQ. Love all the work you guys do. Looking forward to some great runs, and good luck to everyone.
Overruled. I judge the defendant guilty as charged. I hereby order the defendant
We're practicing
to clean this
the
entire
lawyers
island.
now, huh?
Until Mario is completely free of his vile handiwork, Mario shall not be allowed to
And
leave.
before Phoenix, right? Ace Attorney Mario crossover.
Is that not what this is?
This appears to be quite a predicament, Mario. Data analysis verifies that the island's inhabitants...
Thank you, Anonymous, for your $10 donation. Great cause. Happy to support.
...is not the main problem. Mario, you witnessed this object at the airstrip, correct? It is a shine sprite. Shine sprites are the source of power on...
So I guess I didn't say before, because we only need to beat certain levels to beat the game, this run does not make use of any blue coins. Because though they increase our shine count, they don't give us any progress towards the towards beating the episode 7 in each area. So because of that, there's a lot of really fast movement, and you don't have to like stop and wait for the blue coins to fall, which is part of why this is the category I run the most.
Yeah, the movement is really, really smooth.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun to watch.
And this is about to end, and then the movement gets started. It becomes pretty fast-paced.
Especially when Bouncy does it.
He goes fast.
Go straight that way. You can't miss the mess now.
We have a $50 donation from Eddie Johnston. I'm so excited. The Mario Sunshine is the first game being played this year. It's the game that got me into speedruns in the first place. It's my first year watching live, and I can't wait to see all the amazing runs. I love seeing the gaming community come together and do something incredible. Let's raise even more money than last year. Average Guardian donates $115.39. Hey, BB boy, I wish you the best of luck in your run. It's so awesome to see you here running at SGDQ. I'm ready to save a blooper.
We will save our fair share of those during this run, don't worry.
Thank you, Captain Donkeys, for your $10 donation. It isn't truly summer until SGDQ. Good luck to all the runners.
So I'm about to attempt a quick kill on this Shadow Mario. That's actually brand new. We used to do a dive rollout thing, and then we would like spray it from afar and like chase him. But if I get it just right, I can actually do a spam spray, which we'll explain in a moment, with just the right timing and just knock him down right away. And yeah, so hopefully we can make that happen.
It's really hard.
Ooh. Oh no. All right, so I missed the spam spray. That's all right. We can do this to celebrate. It's not sunshine without a floating banana. All right.
It's also not Nintendo without defying physics.
Yeah. So we're about to skip Bianca 1, which for some reason is the only skippable shine that's intended to be skippable in this game. And it's kind of weird. We'll see the cutscene for Bianca 1, but we can just go straight to the boss fight for Bianca 2 instead.
Also coming up is going to be the first minor element of RNG. So Bouncy is going to have to spray his spider in the water, but where the spider's position is RNG. He can either be friendly and be in the middle of the river, or he can be all the way to the side over there. It's pretty unfortunate.
Not so friendly this time.
Yeah, not the best spider I've ever seen. Oof. Alright, we'll wait for a cycle. Oh my goodness.
We have a $100 donation from Spider Venom. Look
Oh my
forward to
goodness.
this every summer. Watching Summer Games Done Quick is a great way to spend my lazy summer days. Good luck to all participating and have fun.
Alright, so in this fight, a lot of people used to think it was completely random, and when he would open his mouth for you to spray him and then ground pound his belly. But actually, if you just stand right behind him, he just turns towards you and immediately does it. So you'll see that right here. We actually stand to the side now, but... And the way I'm filling his mouth so quickly is I'm doing a thing called a spam spray, which I mentioned earlier, which means I press R and then A right away, and it makes like a shotgun sort of pattern to the spam spray. Or a shotgun patterned spray, you'll see like that. And I'm doing that in his mouth to fill his mouth quicker.
You'll see that heavily used during Manta.
Yeah. Yeah, the dreaded Manta level is a lot easier when you can just spray a lot of them at once. And same thing with like the cleaning the beach level on Serena 6.
We have a $30 donation from How to Cantaloupe. Hey, Bounceyboy, good luck on the run, and remember to save the bloopers.
Oh, we will. We will save a blooper. So yeah. And we're about to get into the first of the secret levels. In these levels, Shadow Mario takes away your jetpack, or Flood. And they're generally a lot harder than the other levels, but this one is pretty easy.
You get to see a lot of cool movement in the Floodless levels.
Yeah.
We have a $500 donation from Daniel18. I heard we were naming things Jeff. Can't wait for Jeff to save the world.
So you'll notice during some of those Shine Get cutscenes that Mario is facing the complete wrong direction. And the reason for that is I go into first person right before I grab the Shine, just because. There's not any reason for it. But he keeps facing that direction during the cutscene, and it looks kind of funny. And you're about to see the first really cool skip in this run. It's called Travel Skip. And you will see it when it happens and probably laugh. The game will play two cutscenes at the same time, and it looks pretty goofy. I'm going far away so that I can make this happen more easily. Sorry, Toad. So yeah, what's happening right now? So we spray that polluted piranha plant from far away to get the Rico coming out of the ground cutscene to happen, and we enter Bianca right away, so it plays those two cutscenes at the same time.
This is another one of those shines that's really cool on movement. It's super fast-paced.
Aw. Oh my goodness.
We have a $100 donation from King Dupless. I can't believe it's already SGDQ. Had to donate during Bounceyboy's Sunshine Run.
Bounceyboy. I guess that's my own fault for misspelling it anyway, though. All right, so this is like everyone's least favorite level when you speedrun this game. Because 17 minutes into the run, just about, there is this RNG guy, and this level can vary by like 40 seconds, which is very annoying. But probably about 70% of the time we get one that's good enough for a run. And I'll explain that tech that I just did in a moment. Alright. And I'm going to spray the nice little B-Boy derp here.
Shout out to B-Boy Derp.
B-Boy derp.
We did it. That's RNG manipulation, everyone.
Very important.
So yeah, what I just did when I did the little spin jump thing off the log is called a Y-turn, and that'll be used a few times in the course of this run. And what it does is it takes Mario's forward momentum and it actually moves it, so it turns it, and he keeps his forward momentum, but it changes the direction Mario is moving. So yeah, this is not the best first spot because it guarantees he's going to go over the wall, which is kind of slow because there's only specific spots that you can hit Petey. And yeah, so he's gonna go over the wall. I'm gonna take advantage of this time to just grab a life, just in case. It also refills my water, which is nice. And that's actually the best spot he can go to from there. And you'll see that I kind of just wait until he gets to the spot to spray him, because I know where I'm supposed to knock him down. Alright, so optimally, I want him to go right here. But he can also go this way, and both of those are pretty good. If he goes this way, it's kind of bad. But looks like we got some pretty good luck, which is pretty cool. Yeah, shoutouts to PD Piranha.
No tornadoes either.
Yeah,
no tornadoes.
So also, when he lands, he can throw a tornado, which loses like 2 seconds, and it's completely random. And honestly, there's like a 70% chance that each one has a tornado. So that's actually some really good luck that I just got.
It's all because of that B-Boy Derp.
Yeah, man. So yeah, now we are actually going to leave Bianco Hills and go straight to Gelato Beach. And we're still going to have to come back and beat Bianco 6 and 7. But because there are these cutscenes right now that we'll see, this cutscene, these are 3.05 seconds. And the sooner we go to Gelato, the sooner those cutscenes go away. And that's going to save us 6 seconds. Oh, man. Well, I guess we're doing Bianco 6 now. This is called the German route. Oh, man. Flood just really wanted to finish Bianco right now. So we're going to see another secret level right now. That's fine. That's a 3-second loss, but a lot of people do this intentionally because this is one of the harder levels.
Get it out of the way early.
Yeah. And that sign has a huge hitbox.
We have a $20 donation from Ben C. Here's to another awesome SGDQ.
And I take advantage of this level to get... Oh, man.
You got the extra life, it's fine.
Yeah. I take advantage of this level to get extra lives, though I did just throw one away. Oh, my goodness. So yeah, we'll grab those 2 extra lives, just in case.
Don't look at chat on the block.
Yeah. A lot of people make the mistake of looking at chat on this block. And this is not the best position. I have to wait for this cycle. Ah. All right.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh my goodness!
It's all right. We got the extra lives.
We got the extra
Now we're
lives.
gonna get
It's
more,
fine.
so it's fine. It's all part of his plan.
Yeah, we're farming the extra lives. That's
Yeah.
what's happening.
That's what's happening. he actually just really wanted to show you what it looked like when the cycles were on.
Yeah.
That's what
When
he
we don't have
wanted
to wait for the cycles.
Because it was actually really good of him to get there. Because normally we know how to do this with the cycles, but because the bonk on the first block, the improv was real.
You never want to do improv strats in a speedrun. All right, there we go. We're free. We're free. All right. All right, we got the extra lives. We're good. We're good. We don't need to farm anymore. All right, so now we're going to go to Gelato Beach to skip a lot of those cutscenes. And this actually has one of the coolest skips in the game. This is called the Gelato Beach skip, and it saves 10 minutes. Found by Toval about 2.5 years ago, I believe. So once we get into Gelato, we're going to do that. And I'll explain why it's such a cool skip once we get in there. And we fight a few of these. They all kind of take a little while, and they're sort of just auto-scrollers. Happens. And I'm going to slide away here, and that's because once the cutscene starts, Mario will preserve this momentum, and you'll see he slid forwards a little bit, so I'm closer to the M, which is just a little bit faster. It saves some frames. So yeah, Toad does his little dance.
Poor guy.
So yeah, this will be the Gelato Beach skip. And the reason this is so good is there is the shine for the watermelon level, which I'm sure many of you remember. And it's in the tube. And we can actually clip into that tube and get the 8th shine first using a coconut here, which you'll see in a moment. So I'm going to grab a coconut. I'm going to throw it over here. And I'm going to use this to clip into the hut and get the 8th shine first, skipping Gelato 1 through 5. Oh. All right, there we go.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. Nice.
So we just saved 10 minutes. And as you can see, one of those cutscenes when you start Delfino, it doesn't happen there. And that's why we go to Gelato early, because it saves 3.05 seconds to not have that there. And we can just scroll right back to 7 and beat the Shadow Mario level, which we need to get to Corona.
We got a $1,000 donation. Thank you, Arieli, for your $1,000 donation. Yay! It's this time of year again. It's like 10 a.m. here, so I think it's fitting that we hit the 10K mark already, right? Best of luck to all of the runners with their runs, and seriously, crowd, let's get some hype!
Woo!
Beautiful.
So that is all we're going to see of Gelato Beach. And we're actually going to do this. And there are a few reasons why we do Pianta now. I will explain those right now. So if you do Pianta before you go to Pinna, the animation for entering the pipe is actually, I believe, 2 seconds faster. So every level that we do before we go to Pinna in Pianta saves us 2 seconds, which is why we do it at this point in the route. In addition to it being right on the way to Pinna, which is the next area that we're supposed to go to. And we're just going to get these 3 chomps in here. And if I get good luck, which I did, I might be able to do this new strat that saves 2 seconds and looks really cool.
So here's another level where you have to adjust to RNG because where these chocolates are based on RNG.
Nice. Oh, I had too much momentum. I've never had that much momentum here, but that's okay. And I'm gonna pause the game right now because there's a or like a little text box that comes up and it shows it for 2 seconds and it says, "Remember to always be kind to your pets." We're fond of being kind to our pets, but we gotta go fast. And pausing spawns the shine right away. So yeah. Now this upcoming level is one of the hardest levels in speedrunning history. And I did all sorts of research to find the fastest movement I possibly could and copy the best speedrunners out there to make it possible to beat this guy. Because Piantissimo, he's a tough one, man. He's a tough one. So let's see if I can do it. It's a pretty spooky race, if you ask me.
It's intense.
You did it.
Oh my god, I beat him! Let's go, dude. The run. So really, this level, he always goes the same exact speed. So we got a little bit of leeway there.
We got, unfortunately, an anonymous donation that didn't say anything, but they donated $2,000.
Wow. That's incredible.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, so on this level, Shadow Mario takes away Flood, and we're actually going to use a damage boost to get over that lava. And I think I got sound glitch. That's not good.
That's...
Hang on. Normally there's music here, but I can't hear it.
Yeah.
But we skipped the lava, so that's cool. This is really weird. What is going on? What the heck? I'm kind of worried the game is going to crash. All right.
Okay.
So the Japanese version has some like really weird glitches with the audio. I guess because it was released first, and sometimes audio is just missing, and that was the case there. But it's not the normal sound glitch.
Thank goodness.
So, yeah, you can get the sound glitch where there's no music during the Shine Get cutscene, and also if you die, it takes 5 extra seconds to respawn for like no particular reason.
Which feels like way more than 5 seconds when you're doing a speedrun.
Yeah. But it seems like we're all right. That was really weird though. So this guy, I'm gonna grab his tail and hold up because it actually makes him go a little bit faster when you push him. So you hold on for as long as possible. And I'm gonna try to do chain skip. Nice. So. Normally he'll turn around and run away from the pool, but if you do it just right, you can, if you do it just right, you can, push him in from, like, away. It's kind of weird.
Good RNG there, too.
Yeah, that's the best RNG. He can go any of the 3 directions. It's only a 2-second difference between best and worst, though. And this is probably the worst RNG level in the game. There's Chucksters, which I'm sure many people who have played this game before remember. And with the Chucksters, the top guy, he goes around a platform. And if you get really lucky, you can get thrown before he reaches a certain spot, which saves 20 seconds, and there's like a 20% chance of it. So, yeah. What? Oh my god. That's fine.
The recovery strats are real.
Clutch back up. Oh, nice. Nice.
So yeah, what I'm about to do is called Yoshi Skip. You're supposed to have Yoshi, but he's not unlocked yet, so we have to do this instead. And we just kind of clip through here. There we go.
Nice. Early cycle Sunday, please.
Yeah, it's called early cycle if you can get him quickly. And this guy does not want to move. Oh, there he goes. And I can do this to skip a platform just by holding up here. And I didn't get it, so I'm going to have to wait for this guy to walk all the way around, which takes a little while, but we didn't get lucky. Also, there's a chance that he stops in 3 different spots, including this upcoming corner. But if you jump on his head, he doesn't stop there. So you give up 2 seconds for consistency. Usually works pretty well. And I'm going to have him throw me backwards by mashing Y. A little first-person trick in this game. So I mash Y and A, and he throws me backwards, and we get the shine. So up next, we have pretty much every speedrunner's favorite level of this game, anyway. And that's because it has some really cool movement, and then it also has an in-game timer. So people will grind this level for like hours on end. And it's actually probably the most competitive individual level world record, held by Fetch, who is actually a 13-year-old kid, which is pretty cool.
I think the world record is 2:17.
Yeah.
So anytime within like a couple seconds of 2:17 is really good during a speed run.
Yeah, because they use special strats to go a little bit faster, but they're inconsistent.
Especially the spam sprays to unlock these piantas are a bit RNG, so sometimes they won't even unlock even if you're spraying like thousands of gallons of water at the face.
Which is actually why Bouncy gets the coconut from the tree and gelato skip instead of spraying it like most people do.
Yeah. Alright, that was pretty cool.
Nice.
And the reason I'm spraying these guys from as far away as possible is because... Alright, a 2:11 is a pretty good time here.
Nice.
So yeah, you spray the guys from as far away as possible because after they get out of the goop, there's like a 2-second period that you can't spray them. So this level requires a lot of skill because you have to aim from really far away and hit the piantas out of the goop as quickly as possible. And we're about to beat Shadow Mario in Pianta 7 and then move on to Pinna, which is by far the hardest area in this game. And I'm going to do a trick called Honey Skip along the way, which you guys will see as it happens. And this guy hopefully won't get very far. He usually doesn't. Gotta show him who's boss. There we go. And we'll get the bees just for fun.
Not the bees.
The bees! Alright, they wanted to celebrate with us. Alright, so this trick I'm about to do, you only get one shot at, usually. And it's called Honey Skip because it was found by an SM64 runner named Honey. And it's very, very precise, so hopefully I'll get it first try. Ah. All right, this should work. All right.
Oh.
Oh man, I died.
No.
Oh my god! I'm on the cannon. Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay, so what I just did there is pretty confusing. In this game, when you're out of bounds and you're touching the ground, the way they try to force you back in bounds is if you touch the ground for 30 frames, it kills you. And fortunately, if you die on the same frame as you enter the cutscene before Pinna, it actually skips that cutscene. So we abuse that by clipping out of bounds, and then we time it so that we die just as we enter the cutscene to skip it, which saves 15 to 20 seconds. It's a pretty precise skip, and it used to be that no one really did it, except for like people attempting world record. But now pretty much everyone does it because the setup is more consistent than it used to be.
It would have also been really bad if you had gotten sound glitch there because you kill yourself to skip that cutscene and it would waste 5 more seconds.
Yeah. Now on Mecha Bowser, if you spray a rocket from far away, you actually get it onto your nozzle. So you'll see, I'm gonna hopefully get extra rockets here. There's one.
So Mecha takes 4 hits.
Yeah. Oh man. This is probably the hardest level in the run, at least for me. So I'm spraying here because sometimes you can get lucky and there's like an extra rocket there. There we go. All right. And I exit area twice here because each time a cutscene starts, and if you exit area, it skips that cutscene. The first one saves 1 minute, and the second one saves 2 minutes. So it's we skip a lot of cutscenes on this level, and it's pretty cool.
Sacrifice the great story of this game for some speed, you know?
Yeah, man. So yeah, on the next level, there's a mole who throws bombs at you, and you're supposed to grab some bombs and throw them at him. But if you do it just right, you can actually just dive in there before he goes in, and we could skip throwing bombs. It's called mole skip.
It's not free.
It's not free.
Yeah.
Not free.
The saying goes that it's not a free skip. It's a pretty free skip.
Yeah.
It's free, dude. It's free.
Easy peasy. This is one of the easier levels for Floodless. Unfortunately, you can't really make this cycle, so we just have to just chill here and wait.
Whoa. We did it. So yeah, regardless of how fast you go, you have to wait for the second pink block cycle. So even though you can make that first cycle, there's not really a reason. It's risky. All right, now this level has like some of the most technical movement in the game. There are new strats. I don't remember exactly who found them, but Average Trey decided that he would, or no, it was Pyroshade decided that he would try this RTA, real-time attack in full game speedrun. And it turns out that it saves like 7 seconds, this movement I'm gonna try, and hopefully I can get it. It's pretty tight though.
And the movement's extremely cool, so make sure to pay attention.
Yeah.
Putting all that pressure on me, man.
Hey, you're Bounceyboy.
Now I intentionally kill some time at the start of this level so that I hit the boat cycle at the right time. Oh, and I missed the coin. Oh, man. That's okay. We'll go back to the old strats.
We have a $10 donation from Cat and Shirt. I've played every Mario game except Sunshine, so this is fascinating to see. Looking forward to watching SGDQ all week, and good luck to all the runners. We have a $20 donation from Mojo141. May RNG be on your side, runners.
And these guys can shock you, but usually you can just run past. So what you saw at the very end there is called momentum running. And in this game, if you dive and then roll out onto a slant, Mario runs like really, really fast. And we're gonna abuse that a few times. You saw it once on the way to Pianta, which I didn't make a big deal out of, but you'll see it a couple times in Serena, and it'll be pretty cool. So yeah, on this level, there are 5 enemies to kill, and if you can hit all of them before the cutscene starts, it's the fastest, obviously, because it plays all the cutscenes in a row, and there's no latency between the ground pound and the cutscene starting. But each extra cycle it takes here is 10 seconds lost, so hopefully I can get them all in one cycle. Nice, I got it.
Nice.
That was a little bit weird. Normally you hear the ground pound on the guy, but sometimes the Japanese version doesn't like audio, so we'll just move on.
It made me really nervous.
Yeah, I thought I had missed it for a second. But yeah. And people love to speculate on what those flowers are saying. I'll let you guys figure it out for yourself.
They'd really love something.
Yeah. And the Japanese community actually thinks they're saying something about some character from an anime. I don't remember exactly what it is, but yeah. So now I unlocked Yoshi, and I'm going to do the hardest skip in the game. If I fail this skip, I lose 2 minutes. But if I get it first try, it saves a bit over a minute, because it skips all of Pinna 5.
So Bounceyboy's going to go back to Pinna 3, which he just did, but instead of going straight into the park again, he's going to go and feed Yoshi who's outside the park. And depending on what fruit he wants is RNG. So he's going to have to search the beach for that certain fruit, and he wants a papaya, which is actually really good RNG, because he can just...
Oh
boy. Nice grab.
Oh, man.
Nice grab.
If that goes in the water, you have to exit area.
Yeah, there's only 2 papayas, so... The next step here is he's going to spray the beach to get the second papaya over there, and then he's going to eat the durian to make Yoshi purple. So while he's doing that, he's going to try to lure these 2 stews, and then throw the papaya into the park. And then the next step for that is he's going to get these guys to the side, and when he sprays enemies, it turns into platforms, and he uses that to clip inside the park without triggering the load zone to go back into the park like this. And with proper timing, he will clip through this invisible boundary and go towards the park.
Nice.
Yes.
Nails it.
Nice.
It's important that Yoshi is orange because it's the only way the loading zone will activate. And this skips doing Pinna 5 and half of Pinna 6. And it gets rid of RNG for this part.
Nice. All right.
There he goes.
So there's this giant invisible wall, and the only way through it is a purple platform. And that's why we have to do that whole roundabout way to do it. And that skipped doing all of Pinna 5 and half of Pinna 6. Nice. A lot of people like to go around, but why go around when you can just do this? Yeah!
And you got the ground pound.
Yeah. So that is brand new. That skip has been around for probably a month and a half now. And we used to have to wait for an RNG rocket because we would do it in 2, and we would have to wait for a purple rocket to make the platform. And that was mostly found by Cathalon, who used to hold the world record. He was unbeatable for a while in this game. And him and a bunch of other people worked together and figured out how to find that skip. And then recently, Zelpiku Kirby found out that we can clip through that wall using the platform with the second enemy like I did. And that was a huge discovery. You're going to see SMS times shoot downwards in the near future because of it.
Yeah, over the past month, we spent a lot of time trying to make the strat more consistent, make it more RTA viable.
Yeah.
It's you can also do it in 5 with the slower big stews, but it's way harder in 3, but it saves a lot more time.
Yeah, it's about 10 seconds slower to do it the easier way.
It still gets rid of the RNG from the purple rockets still.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Calf's Wild Ride.
Yeah. And that skip is called Pinna 5 skip, or EYG, which is early Yoshi Go Round. So now we're going to go to Rico. And in Rico, there's one very important social just thing that we have to worry about. You know, the bloopers, they're underappreciated, and I really think we need to save them. So when we get a little bit closer, I'll talk about that and the cause that I personally am very supportive of. But first, we got to beat Gooper Blooper. Now, this guy's a real jerk, so I don't care about saving him. And we're actually supposed to fight this guy 3 times. Ah, no spin jump. But yeah, so we're going to pull his tentacle. And a lot of people like to pull all of his tentacles, but you don't need to do that. We'll just go right for the nose. This is a speedrun after all. Pretty scary. And if you do this just right, you can get a thing called Screamless, where you release his nose just before he starts squealing. That wasn't it, but it saves a few frames. It was like just barely.
So close.
Yeah. But yeah, so Gooper Blooper is down. Now, in the next level, it's the blooper racing level, and people underappreciate the blooper and don't understand the importance of saving bloopers for our future. So, if you in the chat believe that we should save a blooper, I want you to press "Oh my dog." And, you know, "Oh my dog" for blooper saving. And we're going to do this whole level without a blooper because that's what's really important.
We have a $200 donation from Starlit Knight. Thank you to all wonderful runners, event organizers, Power Up Audio in the back doing work, and everyone else involved. Thank you for all your wonderful work you guys do for charity and inspiring people all over the world to keep on running and showing that gaming can in fact do a world of good. Hashtag save the bloopers and all sorts of other animals.
All right, so we're going to skip the first blooper right here. And we're going to skip the needless blooper use by just going on top here instead. And I'm going to make use of a glitchy wall kick, which I will explain after. Who needs bloopers? All right, blooper saved. Let's go.
Nice. Good guy, Bounceyboy.
I'm just letting you know, you broke the chat.
All right, so what I did at the start of that level is called a glitchy wall kick. And what that means is I go into first person, and you have 1 or 2 frames that you can do an input. So as I go into first person, I press A, and instead of wall kicking away from the wall, Mario actually wall kicks directly forwards, and that's how you get on top of that wall effectively. And then we would be stuck in first person, but I use the hover nozzle, which automatically takes you out of first person. So I go into first person, wall kick, and hover all right away, and it makes that possible.
It's really spag.
And it's actually faster to do the race blooperless.
Yeah, optimally it saves about 4 seconds. Oh yeah, and you're supposed to go to the top here, but who needs it? I guess they left the little cage flip thing so you don't get stuck in there on another level. But we're happy to make use of that. Now this is one of the hardest levels in the game. This is Rico 4. You may have seen this in Galaxy 2, but the real speedrunners played on this level. OG. So we're going to get up to this tower. And we're going to do a thing called Spyro Strats, which were made by Sided Williams and Pyroshade. Nice.
There you go.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah.
So back in the day, we used to make a slightly slower cycle there, but those strats save about 2.5 seconds, and they're a lot more difficult, but you can always slow down and do the other strats if you miss it in the beginning. Fortunately, we didn't have to do that this time. And up next, oh, we're fighting Gooper Blooper again. Forgot about this level. This level's pretty forgettable.
We have a $36 donation from Bouncy Mom. Awesome job from Bouncy Mom and Bouncy Dad.
So we're gonna spray this guy from far away to get his nose primed for grabbing. I have to pull it a bit farther this time, but this is the last time we fight this guy. Later, we're supposed to fight him, but you'll see. We do a much cooler thing instead.
That's actually my favorite square in bingos.
Yeah. In bingo, which is you get like a sheet of tasks, and people do them, and you can race it with other Sunshine runners. And one of the tasks is to actually fight that blooper. And it's really fun, because we never get to do that.
Nobody ever knows he's up there, and they're like, what?
The only time I ever did it was when I did a glitchless speedrun of this game. And up next, unfortunately, we're going to have to make use of one of our blooper friends. But we did the important thing. We saved 2 bloopers earlier, so it's okay to use 1 now. For this level, which this route actually used to be different, and it was a second slower. We would go the other direction, and it was actually a little bit easier. But Samurai Man, who I'm sure many of you watching know, he made this route, and it saves 1 second, and pretty much everyone uses it nowadays.
So Bouncy is actually going to pick the green blooper, and there's a specific reason for that. It was intended to be the slowest, but if you actually hold up on the control stick, all 3 bloopers will go the same speed. And the green one actually has the best handling, so you can control and get the coins much more easy.
Yeah. And also, if you're using the green blooper and you let go of the control stick and it goes to its minimum speed, you don't die when you crash, which is not really usable, or we don't really use it in a speedrun, but in other categories we use it to turn around on the blooper. And we got to get back on here, but we did it.
At least this blooper gets to, like, grab the shine with you.
Yeah. He doesn't just disappear right beforehand. All right, and now is probably everyone's favorite Shadow Mario chase, mainly because it's just very fast. He's gonna try and run away, but hopefully he won't get very far. And we're about to finish up Rico, which means that we have Bianco 7 and then 2 more worlds, and then that's it. All right, Shadow Mario, you're donezo. Let's go. He didn't get very far.
We have a $50 donation from Lucia. Don't worry if you screw up, Bounceyboy, because I know you can always bounce back.
Oh, man.
Good.
Hashtag puns. That Piantissimo race made my morning, putting this to see the 1 player, 2 controllers for Catherine.
All right, so we come back here to Bianco now because we're going to chase Shadow Mario with the Yoshi egg after this, and it's actually better to be coming from Bianco because we can send him the other direction. Yoshi always wants banana, so there's a banana in the tree, which is very close. Hopefully I can get him right underneath the tree, or a little bit before. Wow. He's running this time. So yeah, we're now done with every world except for Serena Beach and Noki Bay, which is generally the scariest worlds to runners. I definitely agree with that sentiment.
Endgame on a good run is never free.
Yeah.
You have a $10 donation from Gooper Blooper. You're pretty forgettable, Bouncy.
That's fair. Oh, man. That was interesting. So it's actually really hard to get into that pipe on Yoshi. Sometimes it'll look like you're about to get in, and it'll just like teleport out of the pipe. So that actually went pretty well. And that chase did as well. Now, this is everyone's least favorite level probably when they play the game casually. The dreaded Manta. Hopefully, it won't be too bad. This is also a really frustrating level as a speedrunner because it's random the direction the Mantas go, and this level can vary by like 30 seconds. So I've been 20 seconds ahead of world record at this point and just lost it all just to the Mantas going the weird directions and costing me a lot of time. Now I'm going to do a strat at the start found by Wilco SC2, where for some reason if you go on top of this hut, the Manta turns around, and that keeps him away from all the like crevices. And if you go to this spot, it makes it the most consistent, which was found by Yasi Redshell. And I'm going to make use of the spam spray I explained earlier, and hopefully make quick work of this Manta. And I think that's it. Oh, one more. There it is. So you want to kill all the bigger Mantas as quickly as possible because the small guys will run away from you, but as soon as they turn pink, when there are only small guys left, they come towards you, which is faster. So this was a pretty good Manta overall. We're just doing some cleanup now. And you can see that the Manta being over here is much better because they can't hide behind the huts and such. And I face this way because after the long 30-second cutscene, I'm actually going to stay facing this way, which is the direction the shine is facing. So it saves some frames that way. And this cutscene is really weird. It takes forever. It's 30 seconds long. But at least we get to see Hotel Delfino.
We have an anonymous $25 donation. When I was young, I thought I was quite good at beating this game quickly. I guess I was wrong. It's awesome to see someone with such talent. Good luck on the rest of the run.
All right. And now we're going to have a few really cool levels in a row, followed by a really annoying RNG level. But these next three levels are some of the coolest levels in the entire run, at least in my opinion. First, we have a very difficult secret. And then we're going to do a really cool clip, and then we're going to have another pretty difficult secret.
We have a $50 donation from Uptown Sage, longtime watcher, first-time donator for SGDQ, but after that blooper, mercy, how could I resist?
All right, and we're supposed to spray these guys, but if you do it just right, never mind. Well, if you do it just right, you bonk, and that guy's in the way, so I'll just do this. No reason to spray those boos.
Save the booze.
Nice. Now we're going to use one of those momentum spin jumps to get a lot of distance here, and it saves a few seconds. I don't know the exact amount, but it's a pretty cool trick. Nice, and I got it.
Nice.
Cool.
Great secret.
And on this level, we're going to use a banana. Now, I know a lot of people think you're supposed to go find pineapple for Yoshi, but Yoshi is overrated. We're just going to grab a banana and grab the shine in under a minute. You will see in a moment. You're supposed to find a coconut somewhere in the hotel, then get Yoshi, then like go into the attic and eat some booze. It's a really roundabout level, but I prefer to just be direct. So let's just go straight up to the 3rd floor. Oops. And do this.
Banana split.
And that's it. Now this upcoming level is another really cool skip in Serena Beach. Some of you may remember that you have to go into the casino and spray slot machines until you get lucky. And then it opens this other panel thing, and you have to like spray it until they flip to the perfect spot. It's really long, really frustrating. We skip it all. And then it's followed up by my personal favorite secret in the game. Also, I've been spraying this guy each time. It allows us to talk to him from farther away, which is slightly faster. Which is why I spray the Piantas before talking to them. And this is called Casino Skip. There we go.
Nice.
And we're in. That's a momentum spin, and then we're going to use one more at the end of the level. There we go.
Nice.
So if the momentum spin is on an upward slant, it's a lot easier to just get a really long distance spin jump right away. But in that case, we actually have to preserve the momentum running and then do a kind of looser spin input so that Mario keeps the speed while still getting a spin jump. So you can't spin too fast there, and you also can't spin too slow. It's one of the harder things for newer runners to get a grasp on. But at a certain point, it just becomes muscle memory. Now, we are going to go fight King Boo, the dreaded King Boo. I don't know if one of you guys want to explain King Boo RNG.
You can do it.
Yeah, so you want fruit to be able to throw into King Boo's mouth. That's how you damage him. You have to do that 3 times. You can get fruit right away, and if you don't get fruit right away, that's an extra cycle. So how the extra cycles work is you have to have a cycle of non-fruit in between every fruit. So there's only 2 non-cycle fruits for optimal RNG, but every time you get another one of those on top of that, it's what, like 7?
Yeah, it's like 7
seconds. And I don't know what the max extra cycles is, but we hope for 0.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the world record is like 12 extra cycles. Many world record runs have been lost to just getting unlucky here. Now, if there's a question mark in the center block as soon as I spray him, I know it's going to be fruit. And that's why I knew I could run away. And you're going to see me... Now, this has to be a not fruit, so this one won't be fruit. But you're going to see me go underneath him. But I have to wait for the enemies to spawn, and that's because otherwise it won't count as getting a non-fruit cycle. So now we want fruit, which we got, which is good luck.
And if this one isn't a fruit and it's an extra cycle, you can cancel it immediately.
Yeah.
You don't have to wait for it to come out of his mouth because you already got the registered non-fruit cycle.
For the fans. All right, and this is going to be non-fruit, of course. This is very good luck so far, but you can lose infinite time to this guy, which is pretty dumb. And perfect RNG. Nice.
Where the fruit come out of his mouth is also RNG. You want them to be as close as possible.
Oh, man.
Swag green.
American Durian Soccer League.
Unfortunately, this is the last major part of RNG. So the rest of the run, there's not going to be that much RNG.
Yeah, the only thing left is there's like a little bit on the Bowser fight, but usually that's only like 3 seconds. So from here on out, it's mostly just skill. Now, I'm about to do Sirena 6, which is a very interesting level because on the Japanese version, it's actually much slower. And without this level, the Japanese version would be significantly faster than all the other versions. But because this game was released first, there's a lot more goo that you have to clean off the beach. And on top of that, there's invisible goo. So this level is pretty obnoxious on the Japanese version. Sometimes it'll look like you sprayed everything, but there's still goop there and you have to clean it. And you have to go hunting.
I believe this is the only level where the Japanese version does not save time over PAL or US. And
3YG.
3YG as well.
Yeah.
Because you can do a trick called fruit storage in the PAL and US versions, where you can store the papaya on Yoshi's tongue, so you don't have to get off Yoshi and throw it into the park. You can just press B again once you turn the platform purple and Yoshi's arm.
And that's not possible on the Japanese version. But that only saves like 2 seconds. So PAL is about the same speed as the Japanese version for any percent, yeah. So yeah, you can see I had to clean a ton of the beach. There's like a little bit left, but that's because I'm really careful not to leave any invisible goo behind.
Just as a reminder, for those who do not know, there are some prizes for this run. We have a Super Mario Sunshine beach towel if you donate at least $5. There's also a full-size standee, which we're used to promote the game in stores. That is for $10. And also for $10, if you donate, you can also get your chance in winning the game itself. Ooh. So just remember, we're getting really closer towards the end, so just as a reminder, if you want your chance to win those prizes, go ahead and send those donations in.
So this is the second to last Shadow Mario chase, and hopefully we can get him before he goes upstairs. Usually we can. Yeah, we did.
Before you even stopped.
Sometimes I like to mess with that guy's fruit stand, but didn't have time this time. And on to Noki Bay, which is probably the hardest area, at least for newer runners. It becomes a lot easier as you get better at the game, but it's a pretty tough area and has some pretty unforgiving stuff because if you fall, you can lose a lot of time.
But no RNG.
Yeah. Now on this level, the goo balls that the guy at the top shoots are on a cycle. And if you go really fast, you can save 2 seconds. So I'm going to try and do that. Because you get between 2 cycles. All right. So I didn't get the 2 second save because I landed on that goop, but I should still be able to make first cycle here, which is 5 seconds faster than second cycle, so not too shabby. Oh man, this Goomy.
Trying to body.
Oh my god! He wasn't having it, dude. He's playing defense. All right. And Monty Mole, we actually fight him this time. We're not going to skip him. You can sort of dive into the cannon there, but there's no like loading zone inside of it. It's just kind of you stand on a little lid thing, or like just under the lid. So yeah, I made first cycle there. I didn't make the super fast cycle, but that cycle is extremely difficult. The world record missed it too, actually. Mario's got a little goo on his nose there. Thanks, Goomy. All right, and we're not going to chase Shadow Mario for any of those other nozzles because we don't need them. Other than the rocket nozzle, but that's unlocked in Corona anyway. Now, on this level, this is supposedly the third Gooper Blooper fight. We're going to do something cool instead. And this is some of my favorite movement in the game. So we're just going to grab a spring, run against this wall, and then throw the spring. Skip that whole fight. And yeah, this next level is pretty straightforward. Not too much to explain. Though, if you do get eaten by a fish on this level, you can actually be taken outside of the fish like to like grab you and then like swim away, and you can be taken outside of the bottle, which is kind of funny. This guy wants to talk to us for a while with his swirly eyes. And I think they did this just to train us to use the underwater controls before Eel, which is one of the more difficult bosses, at least for a speedrunner.
We have a $10 donation from Opal. I always look forward to GDQ. Thanks for a fun first run bouncy. Also got a $100 donation from Cindercat. First time attending, first time donating, looking forward to some amazing runs, and good luck runners. Thank you, Anonymous, for your $50 donation. Good luck to everyone with their speed runs.
All right. And on to the eel. Now, I'm going to start explaining this now because it's a lot to explain. The eel is a very finicky boss in that it has 8 teeth, and the 4 center teeth don't make the eel do anything special. But the 4 outside teeth, as soon as you clean one, the eel will try to eat you. And as soon as the eel starts spinning and trying to eat you, it becomes very difficult to clean his teeth. But if you trigger him eating you, you get a short window where you can clean a tooth. So I'm going to do this movement real quick, and then I'll explain while we're falling. All right. So we are sinking into the eel's lair. Now, also, the gold tooth has a weird property. There's 1 gold tooth on the outside, where if you clean it, you can always clean 1 additional tooth. So with this new strat, which was found, I believe, by Pyon, who is a Japanese runner of this game, you can clean up 6 teeth in the first cycle, and then have him try to eat you, clean 1 more tooth, have him try to eat you again, clean the last tooth. It's very tight. There's not a lot of time for it, so hopefully I can get this first try. Well, hopefully I can get it. You don't get any more tries. He's spinning clockwise, so I have to change the direction I'm facing. Oh, he wasn't feeling it. That's all right.
The teeth hitboxes are kind of weird.
Oh, he went down. What? That's really weird. That's kind of random. I'm not entirely sure why he went down, actually.
Same.
But that is all right. So I'm about to attempt a cutscene skip, which in this game, for some reason, there's a cutscene after the eel, and you can run into the tooth just as you clean it. And if you take damage right before cleaning the last tooth... Oh, I didn't get it. That's all right. So if you take damage right before you clean the last tooth, you're in damage invincibility, and it actually skips this cutscene, which saves about 15 seconds. But that is all right. And actually, not the current world record, but the last one, which was only 4 seconds slower, actually missed this cutscene skip as well. It's a little bit tight, especially when the eel isn't doing exactly what we want him to. But that's all right. We still got a lot of teeth in the first cycle, and pretty good. Also, at the end of that level, I go outside of the area where the shine sprite is, because if you're close to the wall, you fall a little bit faster. And now we are going to have a very difficult race once again with the true master of speed, Piantissimo.
Good luck.
Thanks, man. This time we have about 35 seconds to beat him. We'll try and make use of that time well.
This is actually one of my favorite shines in the game because Piantissimo is so derpy.
Whoops.
We have a $100 donation from Emil Beaumont. Cheers to the start of a great SGDQ.
And we'll just watch him as he does that. And then we'll watch him again as he goes the fastest route to the flag that I have ever seen. He's just gonna, you know, you see, direct path directly to the flag.
Too many PBs on this run, man.
He knows the strats.
He ties his PB every time. He's the most consistent runner out there. And again, I go into first person here to make sure I'm facing the right direction. Though this one is a little bit weird. You usually face not the direction you were facing, but as long as he's turned around, it's a little bit faster.
Bonk gets me every time.
Yeah. And up next, we have the dreaded Noki 6, which is probably the scariest secret. It's like the last like obstacle before you finish your run. And I'm going to attempt a cool thing at the end called Pyro Kick, made again by Pyroshade, one of the legendary old runners of this game.
We have a $25 donation from Zayark. I have been so excited for SGDQ for months. Glad it's finally here and that we raised 20,000 by the end of the first hour of the first run. Let's keep the momentum going.
Wow.
That's awesome. Nice.
Nice.
Yes.
Against Pyro.
Nice. Okay.
Very clean secret.
Nice.
Now there is a slightly faster strat for that secret, but it requires, in this game, if you get a first frame wall kick and a first frame spin jump, and this game runs at 30 FPS, when you do those dives to go upwards, you can actually make a faster cycle on that first rotating peg that I did a spin jump dive up to. But it is very, very tight, and no one really does it RTA, with the exception of a few people, but it's pretty rare that it's done. And nice. We took him down pretty quick. And this is the last Shadow Mario, so we're going to go do Corona. And hopefully we don't get unlucky here, which we didn't. Sometimes you grab this shine, and you just fall through the ground. And you don't really die, but you get like stuck in water, and then you have to like exit the area and do the whole fight again. It's really weird. But now that we've defeated every Shadow Mario, we get this cutscene, the Delfino Flood, and Corona finally opens. And actually, it's possible to clip into the area where Corona Mountain is before clearing all of those levels, but there's no loading zone, so we can't beat the game that way, unfortunately. So we're going to go do Corona now. There's going to be one cool trick at the end of Corona, and then we will defeat Bowser in his hot tub. This fire sometimes doesn't want to go out, but... And we're going to do the boat. This is called Speedboat, what I'm about to do.
Once you learn speedboat, you never go back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually easier than casual boat now.
Now, a lot of people complain about these controls, but for speedboat, it's pretty easy. And finally, I'm going to do the rocket double jump. There we go. And that skips a couple clouds. And there we go. That's Corona. Time for the best voice acting of all time. And Peach on her giant rubber ducky. I'm your mama. And we're going to show Bowser who's boss. He can't bathe in a hot tub on my watch.
Another family vacation ruined.
Now, I'm going to go to the left here because there's specific parts of each of these panels you want to hit, and this one's easier to hit from this side. It just makes this whole area a little bit easier. Oh, dove a little bit early there.
So then the RNG in this is if you get the goop that pops out of the tub, if you get hit by it.
Yeah, it costs a few seconds. And actually, it happens almost every time you do this level.
So time is coming up on the last ground pound.
And time.
$1:20.46.
Good run.
Good.
All right, and I guess that's it.
Thank you, Bounceyboy, for your run for Super Mario Sunshine. Give Bounceyboy a hand, please. Thank you so much. This is Summer Games Done Quick 2016, sponsored by Twitch. After this, we'll be having The Legend of Zelda: Link Between Worlds any percent by a hand plan. Hello everyone, I'm Edo Bean. I am your host right now. Continuing for Legend of Zelda: Link Between Worlds. I'm going to read a couple of donations before we start getting ready and set up for the next game. Thank you, Andrew Blunt, for your $10 donation. I've been binge watching the old streams while I've been sick, and I decided to donate 10 to my favorite GBA games of all time, Aria of Sorrow. Let's glitch out that castle. Thank you, Three Hearts Club, for your $35 donation from a small Zelda speedrunning community located in Chicago. We love watching GDQ, especially looking forward to Link Between Worlds run today. Thank you for all your hard work, guys. We have an anonymous $100 donation. I've been watching the GDQ archives for a while, but this is my first time getting the chance to watch it live. I'm really excited to see one of my favorite games of all time, Daggerfall, getting run here for the first time. Best of luck and best wishes to all the runners, and many thanks to everyone else who put in the hard work of setting this event up. Another anonymous $100 donation. It's that time again. Shoutouts to all the runners, tech crew, and everyone else involved for what will hopefully be another amazing chapter in the Games Done Quick story. $10 from Jaguar Master. Good luck to all the runners. Let's aim for that $1 million hype. $20 from Sparta Command. Hello, SGDQ. Welcome to Minnesota. Make Legend of Zelda's name Cookie, because cookies are good, as are doctors. Thank you, everyone, for your $25 donation. Let's have another great SGDQ. I'm looking forward to catching as much as possible. $10 donation from Critre Assault. First time watching the event live, donating during Super Mario Sunshine because Bouncy taught me how to shotgun spray and save bloopers. Put my money to good ending for Bioshock. Saving little sisters might be as important as saving bloopers. Thank you, Bad Scribbler, for your $50 donation. Starting donation to make sure Pepsi Man happens. We have a $10 donation from Silas. Great run, Bounceyboy. Best of RNG to all the runners this year. We have another anonymous $50 donation. Well, first time donating to GDQ. I think Médecins Sans Frontières is a great organization helping people around the whole world thanks to volunteer doctors. Istaroon with a $100 donation. Let's start this off right. Here's to gamers doing good, donating in the name of my friend Lina. Cheers to you, wherever you may be. Thank you, Anonymous, for your $5 donation. It's that time of year again. Great to the biannual gathering of amazing gamers and all for a good cause. Good luck to all. Thank you, Frida Fuzz, for your $10 donation. Great cause, great games, great speedrunners. Have fun, everyone. Got an anonymous $100 donation. I'm watching the GDQs for a few years now, and I'm always looking forward to them. Thank you for what you're doing here and for bringing gamers around the world together for a good cause. Much love from Germany. Aaron McAdam, thank you for your $50 donation. My first time watching a GDQ event from the beginning. I love what you guys are doing. Keep it up. We have a $25 donation from Zachary Clement. Games Done Quick is a super cool thing, and I'm more than happy to be able to donate.